stepping down this month after 4 years as the Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence.
Well, it is a tragic occurrence, and in this particular case, this was a legitimate al-Qaeda target. There was no evidence that any hostages or indeed even non-combatants were there. They were hidden, but that still raises a number of questions about whether we did everything we could or should we this.
The president said they followed every procedure that they were supposed to. What are those procedures?
So there's detailed reviews of the intelligence to try to establish what we call near certainty, which means only those you are targeting, again, whether it's a or an individual, is what you have and nothing else.
And how do you establish that?
Through a variety of persistent intelligence from a variety of sources to make sure that that is indeed the case. But again, that's why we use the term near certainty rather than certainty, because there's still things you don't know.
And how might this change? What questions are raised about what we might do as a country with respect to how we use drones? What will be the questions up for review?
Well, it's a very important instrument in our war against al-Qaeda and not Islamic State Iraq and the Levant. But the targeting procedure are subject to regular review, and this will, in this case, I'm sure there will be what we call a red team to go back and examine everything we did in this case, and then how we might adapt our procedures.
You're leaving service on April 30th, but you still are working for the Department of Defense and for the United States government and for the president. But give me some sense of how drones have been effective and how they are different, and what debate there might be inside about the use of drones.
They combine persistence. They can stay over an area for a long period of time, and so that allows you to develop a high degree of intelligence from multiple sources, both inherent in the platform but also from other sources. And then made with very, very precise weapons. Other aircraft, but the combination of that, of being able to stare at something for a long time and then hit exactly what you want to hit and where and nothing else, makes them a very unique instrument. So they have played a very, very large role in our wars itself, not just al-Qaeda, but supporting our troops.
ISIL, yeah.
ISIL, but also Iraq and Afghanistan, and they are the really the intelligence and precision strike weapon that our commanders most often ask for, that they will obtain.
Turning to politics and the 2016 presidential race, Senator Marco Rubio leads the Republican contenders in a new poll. Carly Fiorina is expected to announce her campaign next week, and Hillary Clinton's finances are getting more scrutiny. John Dickerson is the political director of CBS News and the chief political correspondent for Slate. This summer, he'll be taking over as the anchor of Face the Nation. John, let me Rubio, because he's getting a lot of attention. David Brooks of the New York Times wrote a column and basically saying very good things about him. There is this poll, which is one poll. He seems to have, in a sense, captured the early attention at candidate.
Right. And the question is, how durable is all of this? To Republican
John Dickerson, CBS News.
Rubio, a lot of them, because they love to be in a party that can have Marco Rubio in it, which is to say he is of a new generation. He is not an old white man, which is what